Hello, I made this video to show the process for the self-portrait that I just made. And I'm just getting other paintings and assignments out of the way first, so then I can focus on that. This painting's done. Yeah, I did it in a few hours. I'm actually supposed to be in interpreting the figure, but I came home to eat some food and to grab this. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. My room is kind of messy. There's my quick sketch that I did, and now I have a canvas. I'm gonna keep it kind of like the head is kind of gonna stay the size, but it's gonna be here, and then you're gonna see the rest of the body. And I kind of have to keep this pose the whole time, which I don't want to do. So I might take a picture of me doing that, and then because it's gonna be kind of hard to go like this and paint at the same time, because we do have to do this from observation, but he said we can also use pictures. I think I'm just gonna go off of observation for the colors and stuff, and then use the photo for the pose. And obviously I can just go back to it. Let's get started. I've been recording vertical videos, and I forgot to do sideways, but that's where we are. I don't know how to get this to stay. I like painting so much better than drawing. I think I say that way too much, but also I have to go to art club meeting soon, so I might just make this my stopping point. I am actually starting over now because I made it too big. I want to show some of the body in it as well, and that's just not happening right now. So let me just start over. It's getting closer to the way I want it. Still can't decide if it's too big or not. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I have to start another painting tonight, and I gotta finish that charcoal one, but I have till after break, but I'm also going to New York City, so alright, I will just gradually show some updates on this one. Hi! So I'm still working on those self-portraits. I just got home from New York City 2 days ago. Oh, I hear birdies outside. Okay. For real though, I just want to talk about where I'm at mentally. It kind of relates to these paintings, the self-portraits I'm working on, which I'm not happy with it at the moment. I better work on that. It's due in a few days. I'm thinking about calling it something like On the Mend, because the state that I'm in right now is just kind of working through basically just anxiety and how that affects everything that I do and makes my whole personality, basically. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I just got back from New York City, and I feel like I've come to some sort of realization, and I guess like my ultimate goal lately is to be a more social person, to put myself out there because I want to talk about my artwork, and this is a first step for me, like posting on social media, because I'm not actually in front of people saying it, but I can still put it out there, and that's literally perfect. Like, this has already helped me so much. I feel like I really truly want to share my artwork and what it means, what has prompted me to make my art. And visual language only goes so far. Like, I have to talk about it, but I also have many irrational fears that are programmed into my brain. Like, I can't let fear stop me from living my life. And going to New York City, specifically taking the subway and then surviving, I was like, wait, maybe I'm not going to die as easily as I thought I would. Like, the chances are a lot lower than I think they are. I just always think I'm gonna die. So that's one thing I need to change about the way I think. And then the other is like social anxiety, which I think is even harder, honestly. I can talk about this a little bit from experience because I am a lot better than I used to be with like panic attacks and depression and anxiety. Like, I went through all of that in high school. I worked through things and it took years, but I feel like I've broken a cycle. I only go back into it every once in a while, like very rarely. Seeing all those famous paintings in real life, and like Cezanne, Monet, Picasso, Van Gogh, very famous artists and paintings. It was truly life-changing. I teared up seeing The Starry Night in person because I painted that on my graduation cap. I loved the Met so much. I guess that's all I want to say for now. I better go work on that painting because that painting is kind of a big deal to me. I want to be satisfied with it, and it's not at a point where I'm satisfied at all. So I don't know what video I'm putting this in yet, but yeah. Bye-bye. So it doesn't show up very well on camera. Like, everything kind of looks different on camera, but I have like vaguely in the background Roman numerals, and I wasn't sure about them. I was gonna get rid of them, but because the context is that it's kind of about time and like healing with time, and then I decided that if I put a watch on, it's this watch, yeah, this one, it doesn't have Roman numerals on it, but I'm going to put Roman numerals on it, and then it's going to be like the same colors in the background, kind of slightly. So then there's like a relation there, and then that kind of draws your eye from the watch to the background and then makes a connection to that, that it's about time. And then got my bracelet, the bracelets that I'd be making, and then very colorful hair because that's how I used to like cope. that's how I used to express myself. And then I got my new tattoo. It's not done yet though. My cute little birdie. I love my birdie. Okay. And then I think I'm finally done with the eyes. Took me forever. I'm getting pretty close to done. So excited. And then I guess just I want to mention okay. This painting right here, I had like a clown phase. Obviously I had my whole circus portfolio. So I did like very subtle additions of like that white face paint there, and then a little bit of a clown line thingy there. Like very, very subtle clown vibe. Alright, I'm gonna keep working on it. I have like probably an hour or two more to work on it before I get too tired. So here the painting is completed, and now I'm just finishing up some other stuff like this abstraction self-portrait that I have to do. And yeah, I just do this one super quick because the other one took up all of my time. I just submitted 3 pieces into the art club show thingy. There's like a competition show that art club is having, and so I submitted that one on Gesso board of Allison, but I don't know if it's even possible to hang, so that is iffy. But I submitted one of the abstract ones in my self-portrait in that one, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I actually don't have anything else to say. I have the window open. I have the window open because I spray painted something. Well, I spray painted it outside, but then I brought it in here, so now it's stinky. So I'm gonna finally talk about this painting. I've been trying to find time to talk about it all week. Hold on, let me close this door so you can't see my messy bathroom. It looks a little silly because it's inverted. That's okay. But I just want to talk about it a little bit. I talked about it a little bit already earlier in the video, but I want to be a little more specific. How should I do this? Like, I don't know how to hold this. Okay, this painting is called On the Mend because I'm kind of still in the process of resolving some things, like especially anxiety, but definitely like the depression's a lot better, which is a lot of what my portfolio was about in high school. So I kind of talked earlier about how it is, I guess, I don't know if play off is the right word, but like I've taken inspiration from the painting of me with clown makeup on, which I did that painting like in one night, and it was a very emotional time. And I took some like inspiration from that piece because that one was like in the midst of it. So I did like clown makeup and stuff because, you know, I just had this whole clown vibe going on. And I wanted to have that a little bit in this piece as well. So like I kind of said, like very subtle. The little tiny details of that are kind of for me. Like I understand it, and maybe other people who have seen my other work will understand it, but it's like so subtle. Like just that, like I did like a really bright highlight, like the white face paint that I had on my other painting, and then kind of like the shape of the face paint that I have on it, and it almost looks like a little scar or something right there, which I think is cool. And then also like the triangle, and then I have like my little hair stripes, and my new tattoo, and these bracelets that I've been making. Oh yeah, let's talk about the bracelets. So in middle school, I had a really, really hard time in middle school. That's when things started getting bad, like depression wise. So I took a mental health day, like with my mom, because she was with me through all of this and she understood. I mean, obviously she didn't want me skipping school, and like I can't stop my whole life because of my depression and anxiety, but it was, if you've ever had depression, then you will understand how hard it is just to get out of bed in the morning and everything, and let alone go to school. This was around the time that I was like wanting to start a little art business, so I wanted to start a bracelet business. When I went to Michael's, I saw like there was a sign that said something about like making your own bracelets, and they had the string and the beads and everything, and I started looking at all the beads. I'm like, this is so cool, I want to make bracelets. So then I started making bracelets, And then I started a little business, and I had like I went to an art show and sold some stuff. Those essential oil diffuser bracelets. The bracelets I make now are different. They're like charm bracelets. But still, like, if it wasn't for that day, I probably wouldn't be making bracelets. So that's an important little aspect right there. And then the watch, the subtle like Roman numerals in the background, which you can't even see from here, but I didn't want them to be too obvious. That's the representation of healing with time. So it's kind of like everywhere. And then I have like a bunch of little colors in my hair to represent how I used to dye my hair all the time, to express myself. I just really like blue and red together, honestly, but the red is actually inspired by this red couch that we have in the basement. Yeah, we've had that red couch in the basement my whole life, and it's kind of like a little statement piece. And so I wanted to include that. And what else? I guess I just want to talk about like my use of texture. I use this little like scribbling technique that I tried. So I just take like a little paintbrush, and scribble with the colors, and it gives an interesting texture. I'm quite literally on the mend. So, but I have a presentation this Sunday. I hate presenting so much. I'm like low-key excited because I'm gonna get my own exhibition, hopefully. But anyways, yeah, this got into the art show, the art club show, and which was so cool because they juried a lot of pieces, and there's a lot of amazing ones that didn't get in, and this is the one that got in, and I finished it literally the day before. I didn't win anything, but it's okay. I was just happy to be in the show. Yay! I don't know why I threw that. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.